How's it going?
Good. How are you? Oh, you look fabulous. That is your color.
Thank you. I love that color too. I should have worn something more Christmassy.
No, it's
I
fun. I did it
love
for both of us.
I love Christmas movies. Do you have a favorite Christmas movie from, growing up?
We didn't watch Christmas movies growing up. I loved The Grinch or I think Tim Allen. It's called Claus or Mr. Claus or whatever the Tim Allen one was. But I usually love like Scrooge, and I love the kind of I love the conflict. So you might like holiday movies that are a little bit you made traditional. I think I like the movies that are you have to defeat the villain. So that's that's my jam.
I mean, I guess in a way, your character kind of did have to get a little bit of a heart too. Like, I mean, she wasn't totally a Scrooge, but in a way, like she.
Scrooge, but it could have gone either way. So I did really appreciate that about the character because I think sometimes like women are looked at, especially around the holidays, like we're the ones preparing everything. We bring the family together. We're all about the love and the fun and the romance and this and that. And my character was like, I'm not having it. I'm not here for it. Wrap it up. So I kind of love that about her, and that she had a change of heart, and that she did finally fall in love with the holiday and rediscover it in a way that she only felt when her mom was alive. So that really touched me for sure.
Yeah, there were some really great themes in it. And I thought one of the greatest themes was like how to give instead of just receiving on Christmas to actually giving. So, can you talk a little bit about that?
That for me is the most important thing, especially like the year that we've all had this year, where the things that we thought we were going to have in our life throughout the year were no longer there. Things that people that we thought were going to be in our lives might no longer be here, or the relationships have shifted. This was a huge year of growth, but a really huge year of transition, sometimes transitions that we didn't want to have. So when we talk about kind of how we want to end this year, I really think it's important to give, because a lot of people aren't having anywhere near the kind of year that maybe you and I are going to have, but are suffering or didn't have their jobs or can't go home for the holidays or aren't around their family or lost their job or lost their home, or and to feel that the Christmas spirit and what makes really life magical is when you remember that you have the power to make this world a better place. And that is magical to me. Like, it really is, to remember that you actually have the power to not give to yourself, but to make other people's lives better. That is like I feel like I dream of having the Christmas spirit all year and remembering that magic all year, and that you don't have to wait till the end of the year to be of service to humanity. So I appreciate that, and I'm glad you do too. That means a lot.
I love that, and I could tell that's a passion of yours because I was looking at your Instagram and all this stuff about kind of the less fortunate and the refugees and stuff, and I'd love to know more about where that passion came from.
Yeah, well, I was born in Geneva, Switzerland. My grandfather was in the Liberian Civil War, and he fled and ended up working for the UN. And my mom's side of the family, my grandmother was in the Holocaust, and then she became a refugee because they had to flee Europe. So on both sides of my family, there have been refugees. And had they not survived or found the protection that they desperately needed, I wouldn't exist. So there is this depth of responsibility that I feel like I have, because even if it's indirect, I feel like I am the child of refugees. And I also know, as somebody that grew up the way I grew up, that I didn't have protection the way I wanted to have protection. And there's a lot of children out there that don't have that support and don't have that protection. And I owe it to them to see them. And once you see someone certain things haunt you and you can't unsee them, and they carry a weight with you wherever you go in whatever you do. And that weight for me is obviously my work with the UNHCR, but it's also doing a movie like this, where you want to represent the ones that don't have a voice or don't have the support that they need and don't have the recognition they deserve. And that's really, I think, where it comes from. I think it comes from my history.
I love that. I'm sad that my time's
We could talk forever.
I know. And I was reading my child like the Audrey Hepburn story, and she has a similar story like that because
really, I had no idea.
Yeah, you should look it up. It's amazing.
Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
My child's named Audrey, so I read her about other Audreys. So.
Oh my gosh.
Read about her because she's done a lot for children.
Well, I knew that she did a lot of work with the UN.
Yeah, but it was because World War II and everything. And
see, I had no idea. I had no idea. It's so interesting, what makes a woman tick, and what is behind what motivates us and how we move and how we work. And obviously for your daughter, it's going to be interesting to watch the things that inspire her or affect her future. I think it's going to be really fun to see, especially for you as her mom. It's going to, like, having a mom like you, that's going to be quite fun to
so
see.
Sweet. Thank you so much. I've loved talking to you.
You too.
Christmas, like it used to be.
Sure is beautiful, huh?
I know what you mean. When you visit our island, it's considered bad luck not to visit all 5 of our beaches.
That line work with all the girls?